Movement is one of the features of our world that connects everything from spreading pollen to the migration of blue whales. These actions from all corners of life allow the diversity of animals we see to coexist. As such, it is a defining feature of all animals that they typically use for discovery of key resources such as food and mate, whilst also taking advantage of it to avoid risks like predators. These seasonal movements are shaped by both evolutionary and environmental processes and underpin many biological phenomena, a biological process, property, or characteristic of a whole organism. Understanding these are the importance for conservation, health and food. The traditional way of tracking animal movements required several personnel to be out in the field holding antennas to record the location of a few dozen animals, predominantly large animals. Sometimes specialists could overcome these limitations to track smaller ones. With the continuous trend of technological advances in all aspects of everyday life, researchers can take advantage of this, as done with this study. GPS over the years has been pivotal in allowing this process to become automated, but initially was only used on larger animals due to the size of GPS modules, and it could only improve tracking distances to a couple hundred locations. Though, as with most areas of technology, there's been exponential improvements in tracking technology, which has led to the development of smaller GPS modules, which can return millions of steps for now even smaller animals. Along with this, the development of new tools has allowed the retrieval of high-resolution data, with the implications for animals' involvement in biodiversity, animal ecology, animal behaviour, and ecosystem functions. With this collection of new data, the opening of new scientific questions among the different scientific studies such as ecology, evolution and physiology has arisen. The high level of resolution within the data can describe the brief but important interaction between animals, creating new areas of study for the social network of different species, along with the interspecific interactions such as competition and predation. As previously mentioned, the advancement in tracking technologies has come hand in hand with lifetime tracking of individuals via solar panels and the decrease in tag size, allowing for improved animal welfare. With recent generations of tags, it has become possible to record the movement of animals nearly continuously, creating a higher resolution picture of what the animal's life is, with focus on how and why they move. This has led to the addition of secondary physiological or environmental information, providing integrated views of an animal's environment. As with most, if not all disciplines, the explosion of data volume and the variety that arose from these studies greatly challenged the scientists' means of handling it. This began a created opportunity for biologists, statisticians, and computer scientists to develop new tools that can withstand the level of data collection and lead to new insights and breakthroughs. With the creation of the ultimate vision for a highly predictable model for animal movements, these models are clearly needed for conservation managers who are in need of help with habitat restoration, global change, and agencies trying to predict the appearance of desert locusts and koalas. These breakthroughs have brought the study of animal movements into the big data and will continue to grow its dataset over the coming decades with the complementary advancements in technology. As such, we're starting to see the development of more precise measurements in collective motion for the study of hierarchical systems, such as with pigeons and how behavior trends with the position in a flock correlates to leadership. Life history of migratory birds and determining whether individuals died, showing the level of mortality is significantly higher than when breeding or winter periods. Ecosystem services such as monitoring large hornbills in South Africa showed key movement red lines between small fragmented forests, the green patches, allowing for dispersal of seeds for further plant growth and other environmental means. Social behaviours with simultaneous tracking of competing monkey groups allowed researchers to discover the gradient of how important a home field advantage is for allowing smaller groups to defend against larger colonies dependent on the closeness to the centre of their plot. Conservation behaviour. As such, with fishermen, red lines in New York were documented to be using movement corridors to connect smaller fragments into their home regions that are large enough to sustain their needs. Biologists were able to quantify energy expenditure by cougars. Arrows shows the travelled path to the prey, whilst lines depict each of the animal's energy use. Also, the graph above shows the relationship between how much energy is used in relation to the size of their prey. The tagging of animals has faced a lot of ethical challenges with whether the benefits outweigh the costs, but most biologists see it as being the key mechanism in management of both desirable and undesirable species. Animal movement and distribution allows conservationists to understand challenges and endangered species face. The data collected creates a picture of what these animals face in terms of interaction with other individuals, challenging environments, thus allowing the scientific community to greatly increase the return for investment and promotion of new conservation programs.